Yes, this the Patio PolitiCz, man. It's your man, J5TH. Lady P, the host, looking beautiful as ever. How you doing, sweetheart?
Thank you, I'm good.
DJ F&J, what's happening, man?
What's good?
You good, man?
Yeah,
we got a dope show, man. The topic for today is movie scenes and dreams.
Movie scenes and dreams.
Yeah, we coming from Sin City with it, man, so I hope y'all ready for it. Y'all ready for it?
We ready?
Yeah.
Let's get it.
We hope you stay a while, cause it's right for life. Trying to be part of your life. We got whatever you like. Come on and just give us a try, yeah. Cause it's right for life. Trying to be part of your life. We got whatever you like, yeah. Come on and just give us a try, yeah. I said it's right for life. Come in with the shows that you like. We trying to be the best on the mic. DJ playing cuts that you like, yeah. It could be the start of your day, or maybe just the end of your night. But if you're rocking with us, Patio PolitiCz is gonna do you right. Oh, cause it's right for life. Trying to be part of your life, yeah. We got whatever you like. Come on and just give us a try, yeah. Cause it's right for life. Trying to be part of your life. We got whatever you like. Come on and just give us a try, yeah. We hope you stay a while.
Yes, we hope you stay a while, and you will, man, if you already know what's happening, man, and we ain't got to tell you. Patio PolitiCz, man, we like to introduce a very, very special, beautiful guest, man. She holds dearest to our heart, man. We've been knowing her for almost, I say, those 6-7 years, man, and still counting. That's the blessing. She's in Sin City. She's a beautiful person. Got a lot of great things cracking. Miss Michelle, what's going on with you, beautiful?
Life is good. Life is good.
Yes, it is. There we go. So how you feeling today, sweetheart?
How do I look? Let's start there. Well, there you go.
I don't want nobody mad at me. I don't want nobody coming down to LA, man, trying to get me.
Let them come. You know,
right,
I woke up for it. What?
There it is. Beautiful. Man, so just real quick, we know a lot about you. We gonna have an interesting show, but just tell us where you come from, because I know you reside in Vegas, Sin City. Where are you naturally from? Are you from Vegas or you from LA?
Born and raised in Las Vegas.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Born at Southern Memorial Hospital, which you all know now is UMC.
Okay.
You new booties, but it was Southern Memorial. That's right. I put a little age on myself, but. You know, I age like fine wine, so it don't matter. Hello.
Yes, you do.
You know?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Real talk.
What? Unless you smoke it.
Yeah, there it is.
That's a new part to it. You know, they just can leave it classic. I love it.
Yeah. So, like, what was it like growing up in Vegas, man? You know, before everybody started trying to bring Hollywood and Atlanta and the craziness to it.
You know, growing up in Vegas, I would say is much like growing up in the South, because we played in the neighborhoods. I mean, I played kickball, jump rope, hopscotch. You know, we did the thing. You know, hide and go, get it. Did I say that? Yep. I meant hide and seek.
The millennials don't know about that. I know about hide and go, get it. Still playing.
So growing up for me was just like growing up in the South. We played. You know, we had. In fact, the home that I grew up in Las Vegas, I still own that home. And most of the people on my block still own the home. So for me, Vegas is it was just like growing up in the South. I had friends and still have friends that I've known for 50 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was beautiful.
Now tell me why, man, does it seem like a lot of people from the South move to Vegas? Because it has that feel to it.
Well, Las Vegas is known as the Mississippi of the West.
See?
I never heard of that. And that's because I would say 100% of the black people that live in Las Vegas are from the South.
See?
Yeah.
See?
So
you said 100%.
100%.
No room for no one else.
Yeah.
It's not. It's really not, because even the ones that have migrated, like from Michigan and from Cali and other places, even now, their roots are from the South. And so, you know, 100%.
Understand?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, now let's get to the nitty gritty.
Let's do it.
When you hear Las Vegas, you think of we ain't gonna talk about the garbage raiders. I don't know why they did that.
That's not what I think of. I thought I was thinking strippers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You said Vegas, I just seen G-string booty clapper.
Okay, there you go.
That too.
So you got the strippers, you got the casinos.
Yeah.
You think of Wayne Newton, Sigmund and Freud. You got the great George Wallace and Floyd Mayweather, and then you got Miss Michelle.
Come through. I was finna say, you know what you talking about.
Nah, real talk though. So how does that feel when people now talk about Vegas? You got to be brought up in that whole, because those are greats.
You know, it's really surreal because that happens a lot. And you know, when you know me, I know and embrace my greatness, but I'm a humble girl.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So when people bring that to me like that, I have to exhale for a minute.
Is it like the first time every time?
Yeah. Because I'm like you mentioned my name in the same with, and I'm like, okay.
Am I?
Okay.
Nah,
You know.
real talk.
And I get it. I do get it. But at the same time, I'm just humbled by the whole thing because my heart is to give and support and give. I've never been one who want to take. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what it's like for me. It's very surreal.
Now let's talk about it from the beginning. How did you get into the whole, because you do more than just the filming, but let's talk about the film. How did that start for you?
Making movies?
Yes.
Well, I'm a writer.
Take us to the beginning. Like, did you grow up wanting to always like?
No.
Okay.
I didn't. But I was out of the womb a creative soul. So as a child, imagine playing with Barbie dolls. I didn't like to play with other people because they wasn't on my page. So I just had a bunch of dolls, and the dolls that my parents couldn't afford that I might have wanted, I made them out of paper.
Oh, wow.
And I took shoe boxes, and I had a whole city in my room. I had them stacked up, and there was dialogue going on between, and it was like a soap opera every day that was going to be happening with all of my characters that I had already created. That was me as a kid.
Wow.
Already writing.
Yeah, and I did not want to be bothered with nobody else, and nobody could come and play with me because
You ain't playing right.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that is not what Charlie is doing right now. And see, Sam and Bob have an engagement tomorrow, you know.
Right.
That type of thing.
You don't know your sense of situation.
Yeah. So I didn't play with nobody. So it started there for me, creating worlds in my own head and toys and dolls and dialogue and relationships.
Ever considered to be weird or for it?
Probably, but it didn't matter to me because look, I've always loved me
Yeah, real talk.
to a fault, honey. Nobody could tell me that I wasn't fine, cute, beautiful, everything else that was good. And even if they did, I just felt like they were just jealous. I always felt like that. You could never bully a person like me.
Yeah.
I owe that to my parents because, it didn't matter if we were fat, skinny, bald head, buck teeth, crooked lip. It didn't matter. My parents would say, "You the best thing since hot chocolate," and I believe that.
Shout out to the parents for that.
You know?
Yes.
I always believed it. So, I'm sure they said whatever they said, but it was like water off a duck's back,
Right.
And that's how it has always been for me. So maybe people thought I was weird, but now they paying to come and see my movies.
Hello.
There it is.
Talk about it.
Who's a weirdo now?
So after shoeboxes and stuff, then what? What was the next level, like teenager?
As a in school, you know how they have show and tell? I couldn't just do show and tell. It had to be a whole production. I mean, I take my little doll and they tell you got 2 minutes to tell us about the doll. I'll be like, no, wait a minute. I brought my jukebox.
Yeah.
Or my what do you call it? The tape player. The cassette
Like a
tape.
little Walkman or something?
I brought my cassette tape player because I got to have music. And I got a whole dialogue introduction before I tell you about the doll. Now, that's how that was. So I could never just do show and tell. It turned to a production. And true story, in the elementary schools where I grew up at, like, there's classrooms, and then in the middle, like, of each classroom setting, there's like a circle area where you can congregate, like, for, just community things. That all the classes needed to know a thing. They need to make an announcement. That's what show and tell turned into for me. Because they're like, we're gonna wait for your show and tell for last. They would take us out into the middle part,
show you on that stuff.
and they would pull all the classrooms out so that everybody could see my show and tell because it was a production.
Right.
So it started then. That was the next thing, and in the neighborhood, I would write plays and use my daddy's work lights and those milk crates to build stages under the porch right there.
So no crate challenge, right?
No crate challenge, no. They were solid. We wasn't falling on that. They were solid. And we would just do plays in the neighborhood. And, I just evolved from there. It was constant for me. I loved the art of telling stories, creating characters, and interacting with other people.
Right. It's crazy for you to tell those stories and then look back to see where you are now to say, hey, I was doing this in shoeboxes, or I was, it seemed like from the jump, everything you were doing was leading up to this now.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. It's like you've been
I
working
think that
a long
happens when
time.
people are focused.
Exactly.
Because if you get sidetracked, and I think that happens when people learn to love themselves. If you love yourself, that gives you the ability and the power to stay focused. If you don't love yourself and you're looking to be validated by anything outside of yourself, you're going to have some problems finding yourself.
Exactly.
So I never had that problem. Thank God for that. I never had that problem.
Right, yes.
I was always like, I don't want to do that. And I don't care what you think about it. I don't want to do that. I'm going to do what I want to do.
Right.
And that's what it was for me. Always.
See.
Always.
So you be in front of the camera and behind. Which one you like most?
Child, I like everything I do. I'm trying to tell you.
Because people, I'm going to tell you something, man.
I like it all.
I'm going to tell y'all something, man. Don't sleep on Miss Michelle acting. We're going to talk about that later in the show, but man, I'm telling you. Now, writing, directing, plays. Do you prefer films over plays over films?
I love them all. Yeah, it just
Which one is
depends
less
on
complicated?
films.
Yeah, yes, okay.
Because doing plays, child, people with their personalities and they want to change the line when they get on the stage because the energy from the audience is doing what they do. I will fire you in the middle of the show and call your understudy and during the intermission, don't play with me.
So quick side note, how many actors doing theater has you seen get ready to they gonna do it? When the crowd start getting them pumped,
And they forget their lines?
They either forget it or they do too much.
They swag it out.
They swag exactly.
Oh yeah, it's been a few. Until they work with me, then they get their whole life together. They get their life together. Because like I just said, this literally happened. I fired a lady in the middle of a run.
Wow.
And her replacement was there for the next night. She don't play with me.
That wasn't the word.
We don't do that.
You said up. I meant above.
Yeah, this not your show.
Wow.
If you want to do your one-woman show, you're welcome to go do that. I release you.
Wow.
To go do that.
So before the festivals, were you writing plays?
Yeah.
Like around, what was the first play where you did your first cast? And
The very, very first one I did, it was called Two Faces.
Yeah.
And it was about church. Yeah,
Hello.
there was the Bible toting, there was the money hungry deacons, there was the mistress, the sleeper, the one that be in the front, sleeper. Of course the pastor and the first lady who, always got to have her pew and her parking spot and her big hat. You can't sit in the back, lady.
They still around. They really out here.
Can't even see nothing. Yeah, I know. So Two Faces was really about a bunch of characters in the church that live something that's not so what they supposed to be. Yeah. Two Faces. It was funny too. It was a comedy.
Wow.
Everybody laughing, and I'm like, "That's you."
Nah, but it's real. It's real. Did you? So did you perform it in church or where?
No, I couldn't do it in the church. We performed it at a theater. We did it at a theater, but the church folk came out and was laughing at themselves. I was like, "You inspired that character. What you laughing at?" I'm just saying.
Wow. So even though it was a comedy, it still has some realism.
Always, my work always has
Exactly.
realism. Everything I do is founded upon realism. Some people take it personal. I'm like, well, you inspired me, so you should take it personal.
Yeah, take it personal
and change. Oh, what?
There it is. That's a message. Hello. Hello.
If you see yourself in there and you see how I redirected the character, you should take that route. How about that?
Exactly.
So
what was the first film?
Film that I did was Good Ground.
Okay.
That was my first one, my thesis film right out of college. I did go to cinema college because like I know, the grind that we're on in this business, in this industry, people are so selfish and so
Yes.
like I don't even have a word for it because I can't even comprehend it. But you know, I remember asking some who I thought was friends when I was inspired to make movies because I had been doing plays up until that moment, and I was like, I think I want to take my gift to the big screen.
Yeah.
Can I come and shadow you guys on the set?
Wow.
I said shadow
Yeah.
on the set. They didn't want that. I couldn't figure it out until I realized my greatness, and it was they took it as a threat.
The threat. Yep.
Instead of saying, "Come on, sis, let learn what you can."
Yeah.
Nah. They
You
can't
know.
have you. Yeah, you gonna be in the way.
And although you good, you might can help us back one day.
Right. Yeah.
See?
So that was a problem. So I decided to go to film school and educate myself, and I
Right.
did. So right out of film school, Good Ground was my first film.
Wow. And what was that experience like?
How was like take us through budgeting and all that to make a film like
Child, let me explain something. Sometimes I make a film with a budget. Sometimes I make a film with no budget. But here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a film.
Exactly.
Nobody's gonna stop me. There have been investors who say, "Hey, I'm gonna give you this," and then get it all together, and then where the check at? And then they don't write the check, and then I make the movie, and then the movie is good, and they want to figure out how I did it without their money.
Exactly.
No. You don't get that conversation from me.
Exactly.
We're not getting ready to talk about that. You didn't write the check. Listen, I use my resources. I'm a one-woman show.
Yep.
I write, produce, I direct, I location scout, I cast the show, I play the lead role in most of my stuff, I coach actors, I give opportunity, you know what I mean? And after I shoot it, I promise you, sometimes I'm the one behind the camera, and I done set up the lights, and I got the sound going, done rigged it up. I've had to make movies like that before. But at the end of the day, because I'm a perfectionist and I know what I'm doing, you think I had a whole film crew.
Real talk. Real talk.
Because I know what I'm doing. And when I edit and produce it and put
out
that
like,
carpet out there and dress like I'm going to the Oscars, don't play with me.
Real.
right, yeah.
I just, so to answer your question about budget, I'm going to make a film whether I have money or not because I got resources and I got skill.
Yeah.
I like it.
And just just hearing you talk, just because you grounded with the Most High, He's ultimately the executive producer. And
Honey,
so like you said,
you better tell him.
You're going to make it one way or the other, with or without you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, I know there's been times, too, that, has there been any times for you that you wanted to give up, or were you just like, I can't do this, all the pressure, people turning their backs, because sometimes we'll start a production, we'll have 20 people with us, and throughout the course it'll be just 5, 2, 3, left.
I'm gonna tell you the honest truth. I don't have a quitter bone in my body. It ain't part of my DNA. I have never, ever thought about quitting anything that I've ever started.
Yes.
That's one of the things that sells every actor and artist that I have been blessed to work with. They know if I have a budget, we all good. If I don't have a budget, we all good. Because Miss Michelle is gonna finish that project.
Yeah.
They know that.
So what about, if not quitting, what about frustrations? Like your highest point of frustration, just...
My frustrations don't come from within. They come from dealing with people that don't flow in that same energy.
Yes.
And so I just remove that person, and then the frustration's gone.
Wow. That's dope.
That's how I operate. I'm like, I'm not frustrated. I was fine.
Until you came on set.
So you the problem.
Yeah.
So
Only thing
you
gotta do
gotta
is
go.
plug up a light and you sit there acting like,
You gotta go because you're causing the problem.
Yeah.
And I'm very unapologetic when it comes to my work. I'm unapologetic when it comes to everything concerning
Right, I
Miss
feel
Michelle. Yeah. We're not doing that. You don't get to be 50. I was gonna say 53, y'all, but I just had a birthday.
Happy C-Day.
Yeah.
54, 54.
Celebrating all month.
54.
Sexy Sag. What up,
You
what
better
up, what
know.
up, y'all?
Say that S word one more time.
Scorpio?
No.
Oh boy.
Wow. What is that?
That
Sexy
sexy
Sag?
word. How? What?
Wow. Don't do that to the Scorpio.
Scorpio's all right, you know, but it's Sagittarius season, so I'm gonna need you to sit back, fall back. You know, wait till next year. Your turn to come back. Hold on now.
I got you. I got you.
Roll up. But yeah, I love what I do. I love people. I love the interaction of it. So the frustration never comes from within. When you do what you love, there's no frustration.
Frustrated.
Yeah.
Anybody ever told you or hinted at you like, you're not going, it's not for you. You're not going to do this.
Yeah. Let me tell you that story because he's still biting his bottom lip trying to pick it up.
So he can help you watching.
He probably not, you know. Caucasian man from the film school that I went to. He was the dean over the program. Mm-hmm. He was also the recruiter. So recruiting hard too, you know. I get into the school. He don't know. I was the oldest person in the whole school. Okay. So I'm serious about my money. I'm spending my money because I'm serious about my money. I'm not like these other young people that's in here. They mama and daddy is paying and they trying to figure out what they trying to do with their life. I know what I'm trying to do, so don't play with me. I'm in school every day. I graduate top of my class. They tell us that they're going to give us a theater for our graduation so our movies can be seen. Then they tried to renege on that. I was like, oh, no. I was on channel 13. This is what the school said. I paid $80,000 and I'm going to get my graduation. And I graduated top of my class. Long story short, after the graduation happened, because they had to come correct. After graduation happened and all of that, I go to this dean because he's the person that's supposed to give us our walking, you know, orders, marching orders. Where do we go now to get our feet wet in the industry, blah, blah, blah. I go in there and this man tells me about this close.
Right.
Well, you know, you're a black woman.
Yes, I know that.
Yeah.
You talking to me, sir?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
All my life.
For 40-something years at this point, yeah, I know. So he just blatantly tells me, you know, there's not a lot of work for your kind.
Yeah.
These are his words.
Yeah.
And so if you have another career path that you want to explore while you hope that something like this takes off for you, I would, because then he started naming the 5 or 6 black women that were hot at the time. I think it was like Taraji, Viola Davis, Gabrielle Union, you know, Kerry Washington, whatever. He named the 5 top black women that were, and he's like, you know, and I mean, you know, if you want to work, you're going to have to come up against them, and you know.
Okay, that's fine.
Right. So, but he know who he was talking to. Like a lot of people don't know until they talk, and then I respond. Then they find out, and he found out.
Wow.
So I just said, oh, thank you. You know, can you sign this paper down so I can go about my business? Because your business ain't mine.
Exactly.
So I left. And after that, I just started looking for like festivals and places where I could just be around other industry people who had a different outlook on life. Couldn't find none in my area in Las Vegas. Okay. So I ended up in Boulder City at this film festival with who was my current boyfriend at the time. I don't want to call his name because anyway.
Shame on you.
Yes, for real. About what I'm about to tell you, shame on him. He could have been walking with the same dean in that office. Anyway, so I'm sitting in the, he takes me to a film festival in Boulder City. I sit there and watch like 100 films, 100 short films. Not one person up there was popping with the melanin like me. Not one. It wasn't a movie even showcasing somebody chasing a dog, I always tell people. No, not even. So I was like, maybe I picked the wrong festival. I mean, it's unbelievable how we ain't up here nowhere.
Yeah.
So I was disappointed. As we leaving in the car on the way home, this is when the Most High start talking to you, girl. I'm in the car and I'm complaining. This is ridiculous. I spent 3 days, I done watched 100 movies, I ain't seen nobody. Boyfriend driving. And I'm just fussing. And then God spoke to me and he said, I done blessed you to go to school. You got a degree, you got the skill, the talent.
Make the movie.
Make something different. Make a change. Do something about it. And I shut up for a minute. I'm sitting in the car, we ride down the highway. And then I said, I'm gonna do a Las Vegas Black Film Festival. Yeah, I'm gonna do a Las Vegas Black Film Festival. Oh boy, who didn't make the cut?
Yeah.
He says, How you gonna do a festival? You ain't even made a movie yet. You just got out of school. You think you the first person to think about doing something like that? Obviously I am. Ain't nobody else done it.
Y'all see how the enemy
Ideas are dead if they don't come to life.
Hello.
You ain't the first one that thought it.
But I'm the first one who did it.
I'll let you
I
say
want
that.
the people listening, man, before we go to a quick little break. Y'all see how the enemy uses the people sometimes the closest to you to attack your dreams and all that. And this is on their way back when the Most High then spoke to her spirit, and just because that dummy wasn't aligned with her
That
spiritually. Man, make sure y'all with people that's aligned with you and your vision.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? If you align with the Most High, he ain't aligned or she ain't aligned, let them kick rocks. And on that note, we're going to be right back with the great Miss Michelle. You know what I'm saying? If J, do what you doing, we'll be right back.
Yeah.
All smiles, no trouble. If you rollin' with me, ain't no nigga like me. I'ma show you, baby. I'ma make you mine. All smiles, no trouble. If you rollin' with me,
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'ma tell the world. Yeah. You make me feel like you're the one for me. So I post you up just for the world to see. Yeah. Baby, you got the crown. You hold it down. You love it when I pound. Hashtag pound. You're my hashtag pound. Yeah.
Loving you to perfection. Damn, you right, you perfected. Silly of me to neglect it. That will make life so hectic. Who am I to question? His work of art they abandoned. He GPS'd you right here. You in the right direction. I'm in your midsection. Look deep within
my mom passed away when I was 14. So I ended up getting like 4 other moms. And you know, I took from each one. And as I saw their characters, it taught me how to grow into a woman.
The biggest obstacle and challenge that I faced along the way is self-sabotage.
I'm constantly growing. I've made mistakes. I've made things that I've had to go back and correct. That's all part of the process.
Because of my dark skin and my thick thighs and my big booty, for a long time I fed into what Hollywood or America said that I wasn't.
I hate people say that you're not gonna do that, you're not gonna be able to make it, you're not good enough. That inspires me.
I really follow the cats in the game that stick to code, ethic, you know, just morals.
I like to humble myself in front of people to show them that it can be done.
What I feel that sets me aside is having God by my side, because he is the one that makes me unique, and he is the one that gives me the strength in order to make myself seem unique.
You trust me? Come here. I want to help you ease your anxiety if you allow me to. I think it's magical how kisses slow down time. I can make your spirit move at the pace of the earth when your lips meet mine. Life is so much better when you slow down. We so in a rush just to go nowhere when the best place to be is right here, making a positive out of all the negatives.
Yes. We're back, man. Patio PolitiCz, LP the host, DJ F&J. I'm your man, J5TH, and we still got our woman in here, man. Strong woman, sister, Miss Michelle, man.
Michelle.
Yeah.
Good. Patio
so,
PolitiCz.
Yes. So before we went on break, you was telling us how the Most High spoke to you in the car and said, man, you need to do it on your own. Of course, you got hated on.
Yep.
Let's carry on from there. That's when it started getting good. Y'all know them Lifetime movies right before you find out who the killer is. It go to that commercial, you know. Yeah,
Right
we
before
back,
they play
though.
that high suspenseful music.
Yeah, exactly. We back though. We back. Let's get it.
So, oh boy, I was saying, you know, he was like, you know, do you think you the only person who came up with this idea? I mean, you just graduated, you ain't made a movie yet, and you gonna do a festival? I mean, and the tone of his voice, I was like, ugh.
Sound like you had a little mind.
You know, I mean, it certainly wasn't matching the level of mine. So,
Exactly.
So, in a nutshell, I just sat there. When I get quiet, now y'all know I like talk. Anybody who know me, know. I like talk. If I like you, if I don't like you, I'm not talking to you. And so I didn't like him in that moment, and so I was completely quiet. And if you know,
He was in the
Las Vegas,
doghouse.
He was. He wasn't in no house. He was out the house.
Well, see, when you have no
He was
purpose,
at the
you serve
shelter.
no purpose, people. Come on.
You better ask somebody. And for me, relationships, deal breakers for me have always been, if you can't rock with me, you can go kick rocks. That's just how I
Yes.
feel.
Yes.
Straight up. Either rock with me or go kick rocks somewhere on the planet, somewhere that I'm not nowhere close to you, because I'm not rocking with you like that. So we riding down the street, and I just shut down because I was on vision mode at this point now. You're not, so this is where I'm at. We get home, and, you know, this was somebody that I was dating. We were together morning, noon, and night every day. He dropped me off. He's like, I'll be back to get you for dinner. I said, okay. He called me back for dinner, and I said, I'm working on my vision. I'm not hungry. And then he called me every day for 6 months. And I was still hungry and still working on my vision. It took him 6 months to get it.
See?
And then a year later, 1 year.
Just one.
1 year later, I launched the first annual Las Vegas Black
Yes,
Film.
yes. Hey, yes.
And old boy called me the day after.
Wow.
Talking about, I knew you could do it. I was like, who is this?
See, that's how the enemy show up. That's how the enemy show up to come right back
Who
in.
sent you?
I saw you on the news, and I'm so proud. Who is this? I really was serious. I wasn't being funny.
Wow.
His number was gone. I hadn't talked to him in a year. Who is this?
Yeah.
I don't even know your voice anymore.
Right, I don't.
Yeah.
I really didn't.
Wow.
You know, so I mean, it launched, and then the dean I was telling you about from the school. Okay, at the first annual, let me tell y'all about this. So my thesis film. First of all, he wouldn't give me the green light on the thesis film, so I had to go to the president of the school to get my thesis film greenlit so I could finish it, so I can graduate.
Wow.
He was hating because he didn't. All the other students allowed him to have input on their creative work. I wasn't gonna allow it. All I needed y'all to teach me how to do
But I don't.
is what I didn't know how to do.
Yeah.
Writing stories is something I need your help with.
Real talk.
He didn't like my story. He wanted me to change my characters' names, and he was just so big. I was like, no, I'm not doing none of that. Just write on the paper and let me do my movie or go somewhere.
I love these stories.
That's crazy. They always want us to change our story.
Right, I wasn't doing it.
But we can't change it.
It wasn't not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Not in this lifetime.
We got to do a Christopher Columbus movie, but make him a nigga.
You
That's
know,
what we are
hello,
gonna
come
do.
through.
Hey, hello.
Right? So I'm like, it was just crazy. So
Chris Columbus.
fast forwarding, the festival jumps off, and he did two things to try to undermine me. On my website, it said, you know, Miss Michelle, founder, Black Film Festival, blah, 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 bachelor degree in cinema productions. I didn't actually have my degree in the mail yet. I had already graduated, but I didn't have it in my hand yet to hang it on my wall.
It's here, so.
But I had already finished the course and already graduated. I just didn't have the paper in my hand yet.
Drop it on us. What happened?
This mofo calls the Review Journal newspaper in Las Vegas to say that I was falsely advertising that I was a degree holder because I didn't have a degree.
Wow.
I was like, what?
You tell him I'm holding this.
That was the first thing he did. But then my other professors were like,
Yeah.
what?
And this is a dean who's over the school.
Yeah.
Wow.
My other professors,
excuse me,
they all came to bat for me, you know, and they were like, oh, she graduated top of her class.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Degree's just not in the mail yet. So that was the first thing he did. Second thing he did, he couldn't believe that, first of all, let me back up a little bit. When you have this big dream, the studios you know, I was thinking, oh, I'm gonna follow the black films that's coming out right around the time my festival about to happen. Somebody gonna want to debut their film at my festival, opening night, boom, Warner Brothers, whatever. Somebody, Lee Daniels, I don't know, somebody. Then I was like, who are you? You know,
Wow.
like what? A festival in what? In where?
This is the good of the story.
And they didn't want to hear me.
It.
Yeah, they didn't want to hear me. They weren't gonna support or anything. So all I had was my little thesis film. And guess what was the opening night premiere at the first annual Las Vegas Black Film Festival?
Film.
My little 20-minute thesis film. But here's where the mouth-dropping, jaw-dropping moment happened for me. I had hired a bunch of young people to do my paparazzi stuff. 'Cause, you know, all I need y'all, I'm going to buy y'all some pizza. All I need y'all to do is go live, you know, and be around here with your cameras and telling everybody we at the festival is lit. Make it big. They did.
Wow.
Made it so big, the dean showed up. He came to the festival. He walking through the casino because he is in disbelief. All these fabulous melanated people with their tuxedos on.
Wow.
With they you know, the sparkling ball dresses and their stilettos, walking on the orange carpet to come and see my 20-minute
thesis film
at the opening night premiere movie of the Las Vegas Black Film Festival. This man was in here. Look, we got a picture. I got it on my office. I should, if I would have not, gotta take a picture and send it to you.
Yeah, please.
In my office, because one of the they took a picture of him standing looking up at the, you know, on the movie where they have LVBF.
Yeah, like the Jumbotron.
All the movies. He's standing there with his mouth, with the most dumbfounded look on his face,
priceless,
looking up at my marquee at the first annual, and he could not believe what he was seeing. And it was sold out. I'm talking, nobody could get in, packed out. So I want to tell people, you can't allow other people to get in your head, tell you what can't happen. If you do, then that's a fact. It won't happen. But if you just persevere and push and go on and do what it is that God gave you to do, it'll happen. I'm 9 years in now. We've been fabulous every year, and growing and growing and growing.
And it's crazy that you say that, because sometimes it takes people 10 years to become fabulous. Like you just have to work that hard for 10 years. But I mean, you know, luckily for you, or faithfully for you, or hard work pays off. You know,
it does.
You got it done.
It does. You know, the naysayers, they talk, but you know, I give them something to talk about every year.
Nah, real talk.
What else y'all want to talk about?
Who has been there in your corner? Not the haters. Like, can you remember a person, or
y'all know them. Y'all know them. I got a couple.
Is that my brother who be helping out at
Sledge, baby, Sledge.
Shout out to Sledge, man. That's my dude, man.
Shout out to
we
Sledge.
love Sledge. Shout out to Sledge, man. We got to get him on the show too.
Supported from the jump.
Harry is irreplaceable.
He is. Beautiful soul.
I mean,
too.
I'm a firm believer that everybody can be replaced, but he is one that, whew, that'll be a tough one, because he does so much.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's like he is to what I do, like what I am to what I do.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like I'm gonna get it done.
Yeah.
One way or the other, I'm gonna make it all happen. Harry is gonna make sure I make it happen.
See.
He gonna make sure, I'm telling you, he gonna make sure that my hair is right before I walk on that carpet. And he gonna make sure the ballroom is set up. And he's gonna make sure that if my host on the carpet ain't talking the way, in a classy way, and presenting themselves the way I want it done, he gonna take the mic out of their hand and he gonna handle it.
Yep.
He's that guy. He's gonna make sure the awards are polished and presented well. And he's gonna make sure, he's all over the place.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's the one, and he's been there from day one. That's my day one.
Shout out to Sledge.
Yeah, shout out. And what I notice about Sledge too, just being at the festivals, he doesn't bring you no BS.
None of
bullshit.
it. And no, he minimizes it.
Yeah, and he takes it too.
When he see, he take it.
He takes it.
He take it.
And but I never seen Sledge fold under pressure.
No.
Panicking, sweating, and bringing it to you.
No, he don't.
You get what I'm saying?
If he see a problem about to happen, he gonna nip it in the bud if he
does.
can. And if he can't, if it gets out of hand and he see that I done seen it, he know I'm coming for him.
Yeah.
Because he the only place I know I can really just go and just, and he gonna be right back tomorrow with the same energy and love.
See,
Other people, you turn and be like,
they taking it home.
It was your job. You had one job.
One job.
And now they in their feelings and
exactly,
and they hate you, and now they on Facebook, and you're like, oh, what?
And you call those, like, I don't even want to say assets, but like angels, man.
Yeah, he is.
They're hard to, they're one of a kind, and they hard to come by.
Oh, baby, he's definitely my angel.
And then somebody too, I noticed too, I just be paying attention to a lot of things, even being a leader. He wants to see you win, genuinely, because you feel his spirit.
He does.
When you up there talking, he ain't sitting there looking like this.
No.
Yeah.
He is looking around to making sure everything is going
he
right.
does. Yeah.
He's making sure when I walk to come off the stage that I don't trip. He's
helping you on the stage. Yeah.
Just a life assistant.
Yes.
That's what he is.
Yes.
He's amazing. He's amazing.
And those are the people, y'all, we got to cherish when they're in our lives.
Yeah, if I can get them up off you.
and they need they need their roses.
He moved to Atlanta.
Wow.
And he's been there for like the last, I want to say 4 years.
So he's been coming down to...
Still helping you out like
he
that.
come to Vegas 2 months before the festival every year to make sure we get everything in order.
Man, shout out to Sledge, man. We got to get Sledge on the show.
And he do it on his own dime.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, that's...
yeah. Now, you were saying some, I'm glad LP had brought that up, too, about the assets. What can you share to young ladies and even the fellas when it come down to the relationship stuff? When you share that vision with your counterpart and they just not aligned with you, how do you navigate through that? Because you got some people that stay in that toxic situation or be blinded by that for years.
Yeah.
And it detours them from their purpose.
Those people right there, I think that anybody who allows that, they blind too. They not really on purpose.
Got you.
Because you can't be on purpose and able to move.
Yeah. Yes.
That's why I told you the story about the man in the car. That was the last day I seen him. We have been inseparable for 2 years. We have been together every single day for 2 years.
See, y'all hear that, y'all? Because you got some people that say, "Oh, I can't."
Oh,
I
yes,
can't.
you can.
They saying
and you
inseparable for 2 years. You feel me?
You can and you better.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, you are no longer welcome.
I think it's
in my
easier said
space.
than done, but I think
True.
it can be
No.
done. It can be
True.
done.
No, I don't agree with that.
I've been on. You don't agree with that? I've been on some ball and chains, man.
I don't think it's easier said than done. This is why. I believe as a man thinketh, so is he. And if you say it, then it's going to manifest. And if you believe that, then it's not hard.
Yeah.
If you don't really believe that and operate in that, then it is hard because you ain't doing it anyway. So
basically, if I'm like, it's going to be hard and I can't, then it's going to be just that.
It's going to be hard and you can't because that's what you're really thinking.
That's what you put in your head.
See, I never thought that. I thought, while we kicking it, this is great. Yeah. I got a vision. Oh, you ain't with it? Okay, well, we're done. That's how easy it was for me. Because that's how I think. That's good. No, it's not better than you. It's just how I think. And when you think like that, it'll work just like that for you.
It's all mental.
Period. People have called me cold-blooded. There ain't nothing cold about that blood. My blood stay on fire because I operate like that.
Exactly.
See, you get cold when you sit still. Long as you moving, friction, fire. You sit still, you gonna cool off. And you finna be cold. I ain't nothing cold about this blood. None. None.
Wow.
Understood.
Wow.
It's how you think. As a man thinketh, so is he. So I'm not cold-blooded.
So do you feel like some people may think that you're selfish?
Yeah, they do think that.
Right.
But that's because they don't know me.
They don't understand.
Exactly.
Because I'm the most selfless person I know.
Exactly.
I give. That's why I can't keep no money. Because I give it away. Because I'll be like, well, if he blessed me with it, it must be for me to give it away. So I'm going to make some more.
It's like on the outside looking in, sometimes I ask that question because people will, you'll do something for yourself and it's like, oh, damn, how dare she leave me?
I don't care about that.
Yeah.
That's your thinking.
Right.
I'm going to love me just like I love you.
Exactly.
If I'm going to buy you a Bentley, what you mad because I bought me one?
Bought me one too.
What is wrong with you? You got the problem. No problem for me.
Facts.
You weren't complaining when I bought one for you.
For you.
Now you feeling some kind of way because I said, well, I don't have the money for you this time because I went and bought me a Bentley. Oh, now you mad?
They on fire.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care.
Wow.
See, you got to pick the things you care about. You pick your battles. And if it's something that I can't change and can't fix, and why am I tripping over it?
Yeah.
I will not.
Yeah.
Nobody got time for that.
That's a big lesson.
And I will not make time for it.
Yeah.
And if you got problems with it, I'm going to pray for you for God to fix your mind and help you think better so you can understand. Because with all that getting, you need to get an understanding, boo. And if you lack some wisdom, you need to ask for it. He said he going to give it to you liberally.
Man, that's real.
That means a whole lot whenever you ask for it.
Right. It is here for you when needed.
You know.
Damn. So, man, okay. See, I ain't seen the size. So I'm like, all right.
Oh, you know. Oh, you ain't know I was a word girl.
Man, no, I knew, but man, I like you dropping.
So let me explain. Let me tell you this about my history. Let me tell you this. I want y'all to know this because this was part of my making. I was part of a ministry right here in Los Angeles, right?
Really?
The preacher was very devout when it came to the word. He was just as evil.
Oh, wow.
He raped me when I was 21 years old. Yeah. Hey, I'm over it now.
Nah, wow.
A whole sitcom is about to come out about that 10-year decade of my life. It's called Romans 8. Y'all get ready.
I got an audition for that.
Y'all, yeah, you do. Y'all think Greenleaf.
we was asking for the bio, but it's coming.
Oh, baby. Y'all think Greenleaf uncovered some stuff. Wait till you see Romans 8.
Wow.
Woo!
Dang.
No holds barred. But that decade of my life made me, because during that time, not only did I go through those dramatic things and traumatic things in the church at the hands of the pastor of the church, known as the apostle, but I was also ordained as an evangelist, and I traveled around the world preaching the gospel of Jesus.
And was this at 21?
Yes, I was 21, 22, 23 years old.
Okay.
I was all over preaching, all over.
Wow.
Yeah, set a church on fire because I would just tell the truth, and I ain't who I'm trying to please.
Nah, real talk.
Nobody.
And that's how the word should be given.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So people's lives were changing, their faith was increased, and things were happening. And the pastor found that the anointing on my life to be so attractive. Not to mention, I got some nice assets to match it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, she does.
So he was just like, I gotta have it, and he took it. You know. So it took me about 5 years to get over the trauma of it happening at the hands of what we know as a man of God, the one who taught me everything I knew about Jesus at the time.
Wow.
So, but I'm not mad because what it did was it separated my faith in the leadership and put my faith all the way in God.
Real talk.
So because I was seriously rooted and grounded, and God was just shaking to loose those roots, because you kind of hinge on your pastor's every word when you're young in the gospel like that. And God didn't want that for me because of who I am. He's like, oh, no, that's the wrong path. So I got to let this here happen so she can see that this is but flesh and blood.
Yeah.
So I can give her the strength I need and the boldness that she needs to be what I want her to be in this earth. So that's how your girl got to the point of, I love you, preacher, but you know what? You pull your pants up and down just like everybody else does. So I'm gonna need you to stop acting like you walk on clouds.
Right.
Wow.
Keep it real up in here, because Sister Girl is in the house today.
Dang.
So when I walk in churches, a lot of pastors know that part of my history.
Yeah.
That's when they preach their best messages, because they be like, accountability is in the house.
Yes.
She will stand up in the middle of the service and be like, that is not what the words say.
Real talk. Hey, no, it should be like that, though. It needs to be like that.
I'm that girl. I know some of the preachers be like, oh, God, why is she here today?
But if your spirit right, real recognize real. What you sweating for? Yeah. Oh, man.
What you worried about? Just preach.
It's crazy. We on Patio PolitiCz. But I heard, just real quick, I heard something like the preachers and stuff, they be like linking up with the politicians, and it's really just about money in the church. I don't go to church. I just
business.
Sit at home.
A lot of places. There are some that are real right now. There's a few out there that's real. They still holding up the bloodstained banner. However, there is that whole politic connection.
Yes.
grease my palms, I rub your back. You scratch my balls, I'll jerk you. There we go. That's what they do.
Yeah. I ain't heard them ones.
Hey, it is what it is.
I heard scratch my back and scratch yours.
Right.
Nah, she said it right.
And
you
I
juggle my
said-
balls.
And that's what they doing. But when somebody like me show up in the church, because they know, can I cuss on this radio?
Yes, hell yeah.
So
Shit, yeah.
I'm that girl. I be trying to be careful.
Nah, go
No,
ahead.
I had to say mofo to the D. That mofo.
No, but I'm that girl who has been ordained to preach the gospel, who will, God bless you and fuck you in the same sentence. And some people don't understand that.
Right.
But the people that don't understand that, I be like, you the one, you have forgotten who you are.
Yeah.
I haven't. I keeps it real. You know what I mean? That's why I can go in and out among God's people no matter where I go, because I'm going to be who I am, and I'm going to keep it real everywhere I go. A lot of people have problems with that because they're like, let me fill out the room and see how I need to flow today. No,
just be yourself
Yeah.
today.
When you walk with God with you, yeah, man. Yeah.
You don't have to do all that preparing.
Right. Why do I have to scope out the room to be like, let me feel his spirit to see how I need to flow?
How I need to flow in. Yeah.
If I can't be me in the room, I'm about to exit.
Be there.
Yeah. I shouldn't be there. Exactly.
Yes. And that's just what it is. So a lot of people do that. And that's where the hindrance comes from. That's where a lot of people don't get Miss Michelle. Because they be like, here she comes. That's right.
Yeah.
Raw and real. You ain't ready today? Want me to go? I'm about to go.
Yeah. But that's how it is with the anointed, man. They always vex the people that ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Certain people just got that about them, that calling over their life when they can walk in a room and you control the dynamic of the room. Not I'm going to walk in and see how they acting. Nah. You don't do that. You don't do that. Yeah.
And I don't need to be seen when I come in a room.
Yeah.
I know how to just come in and sit down and enjoy myself. Some people feel like they got to acknowledge you. Oh, the great Miss Michelle. I be like, can you just preach? We're not doing that today.
And
why are we doing that?
And I hate to go back to that, man, but how did you come out of that at 21? Because I know that had to be a traumatizing situation.
It was.
Especially him being
the pastor.
Yeah.
He was my pastor.
Yeah.
The person I looked up to.
Yeah.
I was married at the time to my daughter's father.
Wow.
And I told him what happened, and he punched a hole in the wall and said, you wanted him. Here's why. Wow. I understood it later. I didn't understand it in that moment. I understood it later because this pastor was so charismatic and so,
Yeah.
to where everybody looked up to him. We all hinged on his every word, which is why I understood later that God was separating me.
Yes.
Because of where he was calling me to be. My husband was one of them just sucking, jerking on the balls too the same way. Oh, I want to be just like him. I want to dress like him. I want to sound like him. I want to preach like him. So, of course, my wife wanted him. So that's all he could see. He couldn't see that this wonderful, awesome, anointed vessel would take advantage of his wife in her youth. He couldn't see that. So I was alone going through that process. But I will tell you, there was this lady, I can't remember her name. I think her name was Evangelist Smith. Margaret Smith, that was her name. Obviously, she had been through something similar, not with this same preacher, but in her youth, she had been through the same thing. And I used to wonder why she was so attracted to me as a young woman, but the anointing that was on my life, preaching the gospel, she was like, that used to be me. That used to be me.
Yeah.
And then when the assault happened to me, of course, that guilt set in, and I was just like, I don't want to preach. I don't even want to be on no microphone. I don't want to be, oh my God. I felt like it was my fault.
Yeah.
For being cute, for being fine, for being anointed, for being whatever. It was my fault, right? That's how I felt. She knew it. She pulled me to the side one day outside of the church, and she said, I saw you, and I saw him on top of you. That's what she told me.
Wow.
And I just broke down in tears. It was like a dam just broke.
Yeah.
And I was able to
release.
leave.
Yes.
And then God gave me the courage to leave. And when I told the pastor that I was getting ready to leave, this is a message he preached. It's witchcraft, y'all. I promise you. It's witchcraft and it's demonic. He got up in the church and he preached. These were his... where the Bible people at? Let me tell you. The man took the story of David and Bathsheba. And this is how he turned the story around. I promise you. He said Bathsheba knew that David was watching her bathe naked, and she's all voluptuous and sexy and everything. Wow. And she knew that David was watching her, and she wanted David to come get her because she was married to a little poop butt ass man.
So this is So not only taking shots at you, taking shots at your husband,
right? And making me feel, make me feel like you didn't want your little poop butt sorry ass husband anyway. You wanted David. You was happy that David saw you bathing naked on the rooftop and sent for you. That's how he twisted that message around. I left after that. I left. And then, I want to say 5 years later, I was in Las Vegas at the time. I left L.A. because this happened in L.A. Left L.A., went to Las Vegas, got my healing, and I wrote a book. All of this is in my book. Y'all read the book. It's titled, Is That Man Your Husband? It's available on Amazon.
Oh, okay. Say it one more time.
The book is titled, Is That Man Your Husband?
Y'all hear that?
I deal with, the husband man from the spiritual point of view and the husband man from the natural point of view. So a woman can really find herself and make a real decision based on who she is.
Wow.
But this whole story I'm telling is in the book, verbatim, how it happened, when it happened, where it happened, everything. And I ain't call his name, but it's in there.
Okay.
But the whole story's in the book. But you have to just be able to tell your story and get free. So I'm in Las Vegas, and I received this message from this one pastor. I walk into the church, and the pastor said, God told me to tell you to forgive him. He's going to deal with him. So you can go on with your life. Now, I didn't even know this pastor. He didn't know me, and I knew what he was talking about.
Yeah.
So I got in my car. I drove to Los Angeles. I walked into the church. The man is still up there squalling like he always do. My good friend Broderick Rice say it sound like they have an asthma attack, And he was up there preaching, but when I walked through the doors, he lost his words. Ooh, hey, one of those kind of things. And he saw me. I was just like, go on and preach, do whatever you're doing up there. He went on, and I sat in the back. My only goal was to come down there when he finished preaching, and he walked. He know what to do.
Yeah.
And I said, I just came to tell you I forgive you. And then I went shopping downtown in the Garment District.
Shout out to the alley, yo.
Yes, I got some deals too, I'm trying to tell you. Went on back, and my life has never been the same. Yeah,
wow.
I forgave him. Because at the end of the day, God taught me that's how I externalize things that ain't mine. It's yours. You deal with that.
Yeah.
And I only deal with me.
Wow.
I only deal with what's coming out of me.
Yeah.
Because it's not what go in a man that defile him. Come through. Where my preachers at?
Come on now. Hello.
What come out your own mouth.
Out your own mouth,
Because life and death is in the power of your tongue.
Yeah, your tongue. Yeah.
So you can't speak nothing over me.
See that?
You can say it. If I believe it and receive it, I shall have it.
Yeah. Yes.
But I don't believe in that negative stuff people be talking about.
Yeah.
Who you talking to? Oh, you must don't know me. Let me tell you who I am.
See? Beautiful Miss Michelle, man. We got more locked in, man. So y'all stay tapped in, and we'll be right back, y'all. Patio PolitiCz.
Hey.
Yeah.
So, Ejima, tell us about your experience.
My experience here is wonderful.
Cut.
You came right in and nailed it. You're amazing. They're amazing. Are those real?
No, I'm gonna give their ass a piece of my mind as soon as I go in there. Ashe, Queen, Ashe.
Hi, I'm Ejima. You must be Lil Dick, huh?
Remember Consuela? Who? Foreign state student who stayed with me for like 4 years.
He asked me to dance. I said no. He said yes. I said no. He said yes.
I have an audition tomorrow, and I was hoping you can possibly help me go over my lines.
Still smoking now?
No, this ain't for me. It's for my friend. You remember Courtney from school?
Everybody call me Mister, but you can call me Man.
Man?
Yeah, last name Bingo.
I don't know about y'all, but I love my city. I wouldn't leave it for nothing in the world. And I'm still the same old Ujima. I gotta get my shit together and together fast.
Word on the street is you the man. And I ain't talking about no music. Them streets let you play with her, man. When you think you done with her, she might not be done with you. stop and think about that shit, Frank. You need to stop and think about that shit.
I'm not fucking around here, all right? 3 strikes and you're out of here.
No matter what I do in life, bad luck always follow me, man. Can't win for losing.
Well, you can't straddle a fence. You gotta live your life his way, or you're gonna live their way. The thing is, you have a choice. Opportunity to change. Change gonna come. So it's gonna come if you allow it.
Are you ready to be great? I was born to be more than just a gang member. Is you Frank Blue? Them streets don't love you no more.
You're thinking about the last time you were home, huh?
Out of my house in the next 2 minutes!
And that's why this go around, that's on everything I love. I ain't gonna do nothing stupid to go back. That's my word.
Just left locked up.
I just really want to see. I ain't trying to miss out.
How does he make you feel? Like love is real.
I want to talk to him.
Like you talking to me? Oh, yeah, he gonna listen. Might be talking to you right now.
All you heard was dirt gun, nigga.
Raid every block and shot for.
You trust me? Come here. I want to help you ease your anxiety if you allow me to. I think it's magical how kisses slow down time. I can make your spirit move at the pace of the earth when your lips meet mine. Life is so much better when you slow down. We're so in a rush just to go nowhere when the best place to be is right here. Making a positive out of all the negatives.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'ma tell the world. Yeah. You make me feel like you're the one for me. So I post you up just for the world to see. Yeah, baby, you got the crown. You hold it down. You love it when I pound, pound, hashtag, pound, pound. You my hashtag, pound, pound.
Yeah,
hashtag, yeah.
Loving you to perfection. Damn, you right, you perfected. Silly of me to neglect it. That will make life so hectic. Who am I to question his work of art they abandoned? He GPS'd you right here, you in the right direction. I'm in your midsection. Look deep within my
An undercover cop, Khalid? In front of his children?
The same way he murdered Christopher Walker in front of his family and children. But I don't see you too concerned about that, now do I?
You know you can't keep this up, right? This whole, I'm gonna take the law into my own hands. If my people, who are called by my name, will humble themselves, pray, and seek my face.
Put on the armor of God, so that you may take a stand against the devil's scheme. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers and authorities and the powers in this dark world. Don't play that game with me, Mark. I know the same Bible you know.
Yes, there we go. There we go. Patio PolitiCz. Miss Michelle, man, the anointed one, man. We should have changed this from what was it, movie scenes and dreams?
Yeah.
It should have been deeper than that. Jasmine. Nah, this is dope. And for Jay, you got some.
All right, Miss Michelle.
Yes.
Now we was talking off here about your book. Now for those who listening and for the ladies out there, what message did you want to get across as far as your book go?
Well, in the book, like I was telling you a minute ago, the book is titled "Is That Man Your Husband?" But the book and the story is a real story. It's my story. Mm-hmm. It's going to tell you, the story teaches women how to first love themselves and be prepared for a real husband. You see somebody that's fine, got a little change, and you think, oh, that's my man, that's a husband man. What happens when he gain weight and loses his job? Then what you got? I'm just saying. So you got nothing, because that's all you married. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So in the book, my story, if you get into it and understand it and receive it, it'll teach you how to love yourself and prepare for a husband, but more than that, it'll teach you how to identify what is a husband.
That part.
That's why the book is titled "Is That Man?" He's a man. He may be swinging long, but is
real talk,
that man your husband? I mean, he may be able to dick you down and lick you up and whatever. Here you go. But is that man your husband?
Right.
So the book will teach you that. Read the story, receive it, learn from it, grow from it, and then make decisions based on what it is that you want to do. Maybe some of y'all only want a man who, is a man.
Yeah. Some people are really shallow.
And where can people find this book?
Oh, Amazon, and everywhere good books are sold. Barnes and Nobles.
Y'all go look for that.
Yeah, go on. Just
Is That Man Your Husband?
By
Go
Miss
Google
Michelle.
it.
Miss Michelle.
Miss Michelle.
Yeah.
I'm on here now about to get it. So yeah, y'all go with the questions. We real. I'm purchasing right now.
Buy 2 of them.
Man. Is that man your husband? Come on, man.
Miss Michelle. Are you in a car club?
It's a Jeep club, baby. Jeep. Yes, Jeep Nation. Jeep Nation. I'm a Jeeper.
Can you tell me? Tell me about that.
The Jeep. Listen, it's a secret society.
Now it's all women, right? That's what.
Now I'm part of a couple of different Jeep groups, but I am part of it's called Jeep Girls with Curls.
Yeah.
And then black peeps with Jeep.
So how can I come to one of y'all meeting and just be a fly on the wall?
You gotta get a Jeep.
A Jeep?
You gotta buy a Jeep.
We talking about today Jeep or R. Kelly? You remind me of a
I'm
Jeep.
talking about a Wrangler Jeep, not a Jeep Cherokee.
Oh, okay.
And not a little Jeep. What are those?
Can we do a Patriot?
No Patriot.
Okay.
This is a Wrangler Jeep
Wrangler.
family.
We can't do the Renegade.
No Renegades. No.
So I gotta have a Jeep to just sit in the meeting. I just want to sit and
just.
Yeah,
you have to have a Jeep.
I would say maybe we can rent one.
No, that's not gonna work because we can tell.
Oh, okay.
Is it a sticker? Because I can fill those off.
No, we're gonna ask you to do a donut in the dirt if you can't do it.
Yeah, look at that part.
How can I just take pictures at the meeting?
JT, maybe
we ask you, have you ever been ducked? If you don't know what that means,
have you ever been what?
Ducked.
All right, what you think that means?
That's what I'm trying to hear. On me.
You can't go to Google and look that up.
You can't because it's a secret society.
Okay.
I think we can come up with.
You gotta be like,
we duck all the time.
We duck all the time. I'm ducking now.
So what was your last duck?
Oh man, around the corner.
Big one. It was big.
Your improv game got to be on point. Around the corner.
My tires was. Okay, we gotta get. I'm gonna run around and ask what the duck is.
Yeah, get you a Jeep and then you'll know.
So how fun is it being in this Jeep club?
I love it. Like when I first got my Jeep, right, I didn't know about it. You won't know unless you get a Jeep.
Right.
So I get a Jeep and I'm driving around town and all of a sudden people
approach you. Like,
they start with this wave. Like we got our whole cold wave and stuff, you know.
Man. That's a good time. You was out here in LA for a while, man. Come on, that's a sign. That's a gang sign. Don't start no shit. That's a gang sign.
They in here trying to steal the duck sign. She was over here trying to peep out what I was doing with my hands.
Trying to get recruited. We done.
But
if you try, like I was like, why are some people randomly waving at me? Like this is weird, right? Mm-hmm. It was tripping out. And people was following me in other Jeeps though.
That's funny.
And they're like, yo, welcome. I'm like, thank you. I think to what? I don't know. What are we talking about? But yeah, and then I got ducked a couple of times. I was like, okay, I like this.
Oh, she using that little word on us.
And I got ducked.
Yeah, we don't know what she's talking about.
I guess that'll happen when you just drive
I'm paying attention to how she using it in a sentence when I
know?
got ducked a couple times. Okay.
Like Jeeps are like Legos. You know?
Yeah.
Like you can take it apart and make it your own. Like mine got a whole film reel on one of my fenders, and you know, I got the Jeep Real Queen. I'm known as the real queen in the Jeep world. REEL.
A real.
Yeah. So I got a whole film
Mm-hmm.
reel on the side of the Jeep and all that, and Black Girl's Jeep, and it's a whole lot.
When I see you out there, I'm gonna duck you.
Oh, you'll know me. Yeah, she gonna duck me.
So just real quick, y'all, just so people that's watching, man, we ain't no bullshit ass podcast or radio show who be saying they gonna support. We ain't on no Hollywood shit. We may be down the street, but we from South Central. Is real. I just got 2 copies of the book, man.
Is that man your
Is that
husband?
man?
That's
Okay,
it.
yeah, damn,
Yes, that's
okay.
it.
All right. Damn, I can't wait for my book. There you go. Look, where the horn at, man? Get that horn, man. We
And when
really
y'all
support
read it, and when y'all read it, I want y'all to, you just got it. Yeah, I love that. Do it again. Do it again.
Is that man yours? You feel me? Real talk.
Is that man your husband?
When you read it, it's gonna bless you. I promise you.
Then we gonna call you back.
Yeah.
Yeah, real talk.
We'll
the
talk.
post
Yeah,
interview.
because child, I think chapter 3 gonna mess y'all up. We ain't gonna talk about that today.
And see,
that's
that's
gonna mess y'all up.
And that's the thing, y'all. When y'all really support, don't just buy people stuff, but really read it. Listen to come on, y'all. We got to do better.
Yeah, really tap
Listen,
in.
Support your own like you do everybody
I find
else.
out. I always
agree.
find out. People say that.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how I cut people off though when they come to me with
Trying to play you.
This is for every artist in the world who get approached. When people be like, oh my God, I want to work with you, and you know all that. Oh my God, I'm a writer, I'm a producer, and they going, okay. So I stop them right here and I go, so where can I see something you've produced?
Come on, man.
And then they
start stuttering.
They start speaking in another language.
They speaking in tongues.
So you haven't produced anything. Right. So when you do, call me. That's how you shut them down nicely, though.
Yeah.
Because don't waste my time telling me you a writer, producer. What?
Where's your work? Yeah. Something. Show me something.
Because if you ain't got nothing, you lying right now.
Real talk.
And you know, it is what it is. And then some people I never hear from them again because they know I said, when you finish something, call me.
Hit me up.
So if you don't finish nothing, you ain't got nothing to talk to me about.
Real talk.
That's how you approached me.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Already
if
ready.
you say you want to learn, now we got a conversation because I can teach you.
I do people like that when they hit me with the, I got a dope idea, Jay, and I stop and you wrote it. Nah, bro.
No, they want you to write it.
Yeah, nah. Go write your own idea down. That's how when you write it, it turns into life. So go write it and then
Write the vision.
Yeah.
Make it plain.
Yep.
So that somebody else can read it, right?
Yeah.
And run with it.
Exactly.
You don't write it down, though. I'm not running with your thought.
You never know who can do what. You know.
Mm-hmm.
You
write
never
it
know
down.
what you can
Talk
do.
about it.
Right. You never know what you can do if you don't do it.
Facts.
Real talk.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing what I'm doing.
Right.
I ain't got time to do what you want me to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'll help you. But I'm
So
not going to do it for you.
what does Miss Michelle like to do for fun?
Oh,
This was a
what?
fun day. Because I'm going to tell you, I already know you like to have fun because your nails is glittering.
Man.
Well,
Your phone is glittering.
Hello.
You got the pearls around your neck.
You
Okay,
know.
the smile is shining.
I'm through.
What's for fun? Oh, and then the ring is like bling, bling, bling.
Yeah,
That
Miss
was
Michelle
5
be
blings,
partying.
y'all.
You know.
It was 5 blings.
Miss
She
Michelle
must
be
don't follow me on social media.
I do
Miss Michelle
not.
be on.
So this is fun.
So dancing is at the top of
I
my
was just
list.
about to say that.
Okay.
Child,
stepping.
I'm gonna bust a move wherever I'm at.
Okay.
I promise. My husband will tell you if the ice cream truck come down the street, you got the right to it. I'll
Go
be
ahead.
like, hey. He'd be like, really? I mean,
What about the
commercials?
famous car line? Boom, boom, boom. Ree,
You know,
Okay.
dancing, music. I love it.
What's your favorite like music generation? 70s, 80s?
I probably want to
90s.
say that 90s probably was the best, but
What's your favorite
80s,
genre?
80s, 90s. I like music. Now I don't like a lot of. I like rap music, but if I don't know what they're talking about, I'm like, what?
Oh yeah.
If I can't understand what they're talking about,
Mm-hmm.
That's most of it today.
because I know.
That's witchcraft too.
Yeah, I'd be like, what?
Yep.
So you want what?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Who fell in the cereal bag with the soda?
Right.
What? Yeah.
And then when I find out, and then because I like music that have messages,
Yes.
positive life stories, because I'm a writer. I mean, it's what I do.
Right,
so if there's a story in the song, I start to see it in the pictures. You know what I mean? If it's not, I'll be like, that's some bullshit.
Yeah.
Turn it off. The beat don't even keep me because I don't even know what they're talking about.
Right. Yeah.
You know, you got to do more than the beat with me. So
Yeah.
I'm that girl when it comes to music. If it's a story in it, I'll listen to the song over and over again. Be like, oh my God, you know, vibing with it. I can't vibe with a beat. I vibe with a story. Just like in film world, I don't care how dope the cinematography is. I don't care how beautiful the actors are. I don't care about the soundtrack. What is the damn story?
What's the plot here?
What is this about?
Right. And is it making sense? Can I follow that?
Because at the end of the day, if I'm like, yep, the camera work was dope. That's about far you're going to get. And because I'm a story-driven person. So I love music, dancing. That's my thing.
Yeah.
Climbing mountains. I do that like
be hiking
3 times a week.
Yes.
I'm on top of a mountain somewhere.
Really?
All the time, every week.
And I go by myself.
What's the highest?
I did a 12-mile up incline. That was the highest I did by myself.
Was it like? How high do you have to go before the air starts to get thin?
Not far at all.
Okay,
about
so
a mile
reaching
up.
About
a mile up, it's gonna change. You just gotta be prepared for it. Yeah.
And you talking about hiking in Vegas?
Yeah.
So is it still hot or is it
I
kind
hike in the hot, the sun, the cold. It don't matter. I'm a climate girl.
Yeah.
Snow. I can't wait to get to Mount Charles.
Those are 2 totally different things. Give me a third, something else.
Yeah, I do. Girl, name it? What I don't do.
Where do you like to be?
Skating, bike riding. I do everything.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
That's right, Miss Michelle.
I live.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Period. You know, somebody challenged me with something. I'll be like, let's try it. Go.
Okay. What's your favorite food?
I like food. Good food.
What kind of? What's your favorite food?
Just good food. It depends on what day of the week it is.
Got you.
Because I can cook. See, and I like cooking too. It's like, let me create something in my kitchen.
Another creator.
So Miss Michelle cooking for the Patio PolitiCz and the Riders. What's her go-to dish where she like, nah, ain't nobody messing with me on this?
You put
anything?
What you want? Who you think?
I eat. I ain't gained no 20 pounds with nothing. I eat, man. That's what I'm asking.
Let me tell you. When I make gumbo in my house, though, my husband will not allow anybody to come over because he's going to eat the whole pot by himself. He'd be like, you invited who? Well, let me get some out for them. And he'll take I'll be like, you ain't left none.
Wait, the gumbo is serious.
Yeah, the gumbo is very serious.
Are you doing that for New Year's?
I'm doing gumbo for Christmas.
Okay.
My mother used to make gumbo for Christmas, and she wouldn't let you bring your own plate. She had these small ass.
They always do,
them old.
Nah, I like people that eat
small ass. Like that's all you about to get.
Yeah. No, I feed you. Come to my house, anybody will tell you.
And the rest for us.
I cook all the time, and I like to cook. I really like to cook.
Okay, well, drop the address. Let everybody know where we can.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna throw a get
here.
together. Y'all roll on to Vegas, and
we coming.
We're gonna have some food.
And we come bearing with gifts.
House.
We come bearing with gifts. We cha-cha, we all that.
All of that.
I love the cha-cha, and I love the wobble. Okay.
Listen, you coming to the right place then, because that's what we do. Okay. We dance.
LP gotta come to she gotta come to the film fest with us because when it go up after the night before the awards, it goes up on that Saturday.
Yeah.
I gotta do a carpet or something, an orange carpet or something.
Oh yeah.
You got to come on through.
Yeah.
You gotta come on through. That showdown, that everything. We have a lot of fun.
Now, man, speaking of the showdown, like we didn't even get into the acting. Like, where did you get your acting chops from?
Me?
Yeah, because I'm thinking like when you be being a judge on that panel, I know some actors be want to be testy. Like, she talking like. It's like Miss Michelle. Nah, that's what I'm saying. That you'll get up there and chew their head off.
I will. Unapologetically. Because I ain't scared of nobody. I lift weights, you don't.
See?
I might be looking like a little petite on the top, but you know.
So you do martial arts too?
No, but I do lift some weights. I do lift some weights, and I do know how to throw a punch.
Okay.
I grew up in the hood, okay?
Yeah.
Ain't scared of no one.
Yeah.
No, but acting, I think, like I said, as a kid, you just get in your own head, and you was
already basically training yourself before.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then creating the characters, and then
the dolls.
teaching other people. That's not how I want it. I want because I need my story to come to life, and then the next thing you know, it's like, well, I'll do it myself.
Yeah.
And that's probably where it came from.
And sometimes that becomes difficult because then you have to become a one-woman show because you want everything the way you wanted it.
Exactly. I am a one-woman show.
You would need help, but you would turn it away so quickly because it's like, nah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And do it unapologetically, too.
And what about your one-woman show? Because I know you be having that popping. Talk about
we
that.
need a location here in L.A. I need to come to L.A.
Yeah, do the one-woman show. How did that come about? When did you do the first one-woman show?
The very first time I did a one-woman show, I was like 14 years old.
Okay, so you did it before?
Not that one.
Okay.
Not that one.
Okay.
I didn't know none of this stuff when I was 14. Mm-hmm. The one-woman show he's talking about is titled Emerge.
Emerge, yes.
And it's risque. Let me just say, some of the pieces that I do in this whole one-woman show, the transformation is right before your very eyes on the stage. So I go from this woman who's sitting at a bar, struggling with her life, where she came from, and I tell a story poetically with music. And by the time we get to the transformation of the story, before we get there, I actually talk about, you see me crawl into a life-size condom on stage and become a penis. You see me swinging dildos and all kind of stuff. And it's a lot. I tell a lot. It's a sexual, enticing.
Okay, already. It's like, it sounds good. Yeah.
It's really deep. But it talks about, how one woman, and the stories came from just a library of different people that I've dealt with in my life. And the purpose of the story, like I put all of these traumas from people that I've known into one character. And I put it all in this one lady, and she evolves, she emerges from that dark place that she was in, from being raped, from being the product of rape, because her mama was on crack, to being not wanted because mama tried to abort her with a hanger from birth, to being raped by every man that her mama, who was a crackhead, allowed in the house, to not wanting kids of her own, the whole story evolves to this woman emerging and becoming a lifeline to other women to say, if I can emerge from the deepest of darkest places, you can too.
You can too.
That's the message of the one woman show. Yes. But girl, when God gave me that, I was like, now God, you ain't got to give me nothing else, okay?
Yeah.
Because this right here
is the one.
It's the one.
Yeah.
And it's so powerful. That one right there.
That's what I'm saying.
That one. I made a movie. The one woman show is because it's so different from anything I've ever done. People never saw me like that. Like, I got a nice ass. I don't know if you noticed it when I walked in.
Let me see.
There it go.
Okay. I see it from the front, actually. You don't even have to turn around.
Yeah. You see it from the front. Bang. You got, when you see it from the front, hit it again. That's when you know, No butt pads, y'all.
And the little waistline, big ass. You know how we go. So
West Coast got that too, y'all.
She know how we go.
And it's 54. The ass is 54.
Amen.
Put a lot of 20-year-olds to shame. I'm just saying. Okay. So
20-year-old ass is only 3 months old now.
And so, I use my assets in the show, basically. And I flaunt it and tell the story with my body. The whole story. And so, and it makes a lot of people uncomfortable because I'm talking about sex and being violated and
I love it.
And all of that. And I get really raunchy with it.
I'm so comfortable.
I turn into a thug on the stage, bust the rhymes. I do a whole lot of things in this show. Like, it's crazy. One of my friends who saw it was like, I don't even know what to say. I don't say nothing. Just take it in.
Right.
Ain't
and thank you.
Right.
Yeah, real talk.
Then when she did say something to me, she called me in tears. You just told my whole story. That wasn't your whole story, girl. You ain't been through all that stuff. But I make it so personable. People, when I perform it, great actress, you said it, right? Every time I do that show, people ask, they're like, I didn't know that you went through all of that. I'm like, I didn't. I was acting.
Wow.
But they believe it.
And that's the way.
And that's what they're supposed to believe it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what
you know you did your job if somebody go, oh my God.
Really? Right.
I'm so proud of you that you came out of that. You know,
even on stage. Right. Exactly.
Right. Because I want people to believe it.
Yeah.
And then receive the message of it. That if I can come out of that dark place and emerge.
Anybody else can.
You can too. So yeah. I went through it. Okay, good.
Right.
Now you could come out to the little mess you over there crying in the corner about.
Yeah. Now, speaking of believe, like, where do you believe the Las Vegas Black Successful Film Festival will be in the next, let's say, 5 years? Because the 10th year is next year.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh!
Yes.
Yeah. That sounds so good.
Y'all.
Say that one more time. How many?
The decade.
The decade, the 10th.
The decade.
Trendsetting for 10 years.
10 years.
Here's what my heart wants. Because I'm so hands-on with it.
Yes.
Because I love people.
Mm-hmm.
I love people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't meet no strangers, y'all know.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
And for me, because this festival was founded on building a platform for everybody else who didn't have the courage that I would have when somebody told me keep your day job.
Somebody so big telling you that too.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why I did the festival, not just for me. Because at first I was just going to rent a theater out and show my movie and invite people. Mm-hmm. But then I was like, how many other people have been told this? So it turned into
give
this
them
big
a platform
thing.
to do.
Yes.
Right. So now other people, and I celebrated, this one right here said it made me cry. Nobody makes me cry, right? Oh. But he did.
Hey.
He said,
this
is
all
our
praises.
Oscars. He said JT Thompson said, this is our Oscars. Because that was the vision. It's like he took it right out of my heart and said it right out of his mouth on the stage. Because that's where my heart is at. My team will tell you, I'll be like, I ain't buying them little cheap trophies. I want some.
Yes.
I want something with a little weight to it.
They got weight on them, y'all.
Yeah.
You know,
I need help to take that out.
They're like, you know how much that's gonna cost? You ain't paying for it, why?
Man,
why it matter?
Come on, man.
I want something that people will be proud to take home and take a picture with and put up on there and say, and be proud. I don't want. Don't give me no paper certificate you printed out of your computer at home. What is you doing?
Yeah.
No. So I really take pride in celebrating other people. So where I want to see the festival at in like the next 10 years is. That's why you see Amber, who came down here to LA with me. I'm training her and people, younger people, so they can take this thing by the horn and take it to another level. And I want to be sitting back at the festival going, y'all did good. Y'all celebrating people right. That's
y'all heard it first here.
That's what I want to see.
Yes.
Right. I want it to continue. I do not. I don't want Las Vegas Black Film Festival to die with me.
And it won't. It won't. It won't.
Don't y'all let that happen.
Yeah, and it's not. What people got to know is you can't speak on Vegas and film festivals without tying Miss Michelle name to it. Real talk.
Y'all got me all emotional now.
Hey man, hey, patio politics is not only where we edify the guests, but it's breakthrough too. You feel me?
Come through.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Yes, and come on now.
Got me up here. I'm glad I got my glue on good on these last
man. Nah. And I love the fact that you were speaking on just what you put into the awards because it shows when we receive it. Just from a spiritual level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's a few in here that can attest to that it's nothing light. And so when I said it was our Oscars, that was real shit. No cap, no fabrication, no ass kissing, none like that. Because when we whenever the arts submit our films, we compete like everybody else. We're not hitting Miss Michelle say, hey, you know we sliding that in.
No.
We compete, so either we make it or we don't make it. But the fact is that we still support and love her for giving us a platform that, you know, the suckers can't.
Fact.
You feel me? Real talk.
Yep. So when you guys win, listen, in Vegas, we don't show no favoritism.
Nope.
They know. Some of these riders for life got in that showdown ring. They found out. Ain't no
they got that showdown, got their ass handed to them. I know that.
Ain't no favoritism. You're bringing us in. That's what we doing here.
Some people got a negative, man. They look at him like, I ain't helping you. No,
Look, if you win in Las Vegas, you win.
You win.
Because we do it fair. We do it honest. There's no favoritism.
Good.
I don't think that's fair.
Mhm.
It isn't.
If you win, you win, and if you always win, you always won. It's what it is.
Yeah, and I love how family oriented it is.
Oh,
like,
yeah. Oh, man.
y'all make everybody feel like family from when they arrive to when they leave.
Yeah, because that's what it is.
Miss Michelle's on the dance floor,
feel that,
partying with you. They
Yeah.
cha-chaing with you, and all that.
You know what? I probably need to be there.
You got to.
Did she use that P word on the radio?
Oh yeah, nah, you gonna be there.
You gonna be
How you
there.
spell that?
I gotta come.
You gonna be
How you spell
there.
that?
A.M. I am. Yeah. A.M. That's how I spell mine.
Hey.
The B was silent. The A was silent.
Oh, okay, there you go. She's smart, y'all. Y'all must have told her.
And shout out to Miss Michelle's husband, man, because I know a few comrades of mine seen Miss Michelle on that dance floor, like, hey, who's that? I'm like, nah, you cha-cha and that husband turned you. I was like, she off me. But nah, man, we definitely gonna be having you back soon after we check out the book. It was our honor, a blessing, a pleasure, because we can go all day and night.
You
feel
know,
me?
I want to do
Ladies.
something real fun, real quick.
Ladies.
Just 60
Go ahead,
seconds,
go
real
ahead.
quick. So I usually do it at the beginning, but we're gonna just throw this in there at the end real quick. It's a quick little fun tongue twister.
Okay, let's
Just
do it.
because we all talk, we're all personality.
Yeah.
And this is what we do. Right? All right, let's go. Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather.
All of us?
Somebody go.
Red letter, yellow letter.
Red leather, yellow leather.
Oh, leather.
Mm-hmm.
Red leather. And then what?
Yellow leather.
Red leather, yellow leather.
3 times.
Red leather, yellow leather. Wait, what's what?
I need a list for red leather, yellow leather. But what?
Red leather.
Hey, y'all be
Red
thinking
leather,
about it.
yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather.
Red leather, yellow leather.
My brain
Red leather,
tongue-tied.
yellow leather. Red
I'm
leather,
making it
yellow
look
leather.
easy, y'all. I promise.
I know.
Red
See?
leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow, whatever. Yeah, that. Hey.
Red leather. Nah, see.
Alright, cool.
Yeah.
Next time.
Yeah.
If you said orange
Yeah, we
anything,
gonna
it would have
have to
been
practice
popping.
on
I'm just
that
saying,
one.
you know.
So, closing remarks, Miss Michelle, please let everybody know how to follow you, how to stay attached to you, because if they know better, they're going to do better and they're going to choose better. So please let them know how to get in contact with you or just follow you.
Follow me at LVBFF on Instagram. That stands for Las Vegas Black Film Festival.
Yeah.
And I am Miss Michelle Boykin on Facebook. That is MS Michelle all together. No periods, no spaces. MS Michelle with 2 L's the right way.
And one more time about the book so they can go grab that today.
But spell Boykin because everybody.
BOYKIN. But if you just type Miss Michelle, I'm going to come to the top of the search engine. Straight up, I paid my dues.
Hey.
Google me.
Hey,
You
now.
ain't but one Miss Michelle. It's a billion Michelles in the world.
And let me tell you, I don't
But
take
ain't
no
but
blue
one
check to certify you.
Hello?
Understand that. We already certified.
You know.
heard me?
Hey, what?
Yeah, that part.
All right,
Only
Patio
one
PolitiCz, man. We signing off. Miss Michelle, LP, the host, DJ F&J. Yes, man. Give us that intro. Yeah, yo, let's go.
That'll be an outro, though.
Yeah, outro.
Gotcha.